Hey listeners, this is Ben, the Amateur Exegete, and you're listening to episode 13 of Bible Study for Amateurs. Today's episode is An Amateur's Toolbox, the Jewish Study Bible. Last time I talked about the New Oxford Annotated Bible, published by Oxford University Press. Today, I want to begin talking about a trio of volumes also published by Oxford, but that have a particularly Jewish outlook to them, and I include in my amateur toolbox. The first is the Jewish Study Bible, currently in its second edition. Edited by Adela Berlin and Mark Zvi Brettler, the Jewish Study Bible is exactly what you'd expect from a study Bible. Great introductions, learned notes, and a host of articles. Let's dive in. The first thing that should be said is that while volumes like the HarperCollins Study Bible and the New Oxford Annotated Bible are based upon the New Revised Standard Version of the Bible, the Jewish Study Bible is not. Instead, it is based on the Tanakh translation put out by the Jewish Publication Society. For those who don't know, the word Tanakh is an acronym for Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, Nevi'im, works that include Joshua, Judges, Kings, Isaiah, Jeremiah, and so on, and Ketuvim, books like Esther, Psalms, Chronicles, Daniel, and more. This also means that the Jewish Study Bible does not contain the New Testament, nor does it contain the so-called apocryphal works like 1st Maccabees or Tobit. It is a Jewish Bible. So, don't pick it up looking for information on Paul's epistle to the Romans. It ain't there. Not only are the books of the New Testament and Apocrypha not tacked on, but the order is different from what you'll find in most English translations. While it begins with Genesis, the last book isn't Malachi, but 2nd Chronicles. This is because it follows the order of books found in the Hebrew canon, not the standard Christian one. So, if you're not familiar with that order of books, it can get a bit confusing at first. Now, to the meat. Like most study Bibles, the Jewish Study Bible features introductions to all of the biblical books. And for most books, the introductions are exhaustive. Take, for example, the introduction to the book of Jeremiah, written by Dalit Rom Shaloni. At nearly 6 pages, it is twice as long as the intro written by Leo Perdue and Robert Wilson in the HarperCollins Study Bible, as well as the intro written by Rodney Hutton for the New Oxford Annotated Bible. There is a section on Jeremiah's socio-geographic context, his intellectual world that includes the various literary techniques he employs, the book's theology, and its composition and transmission. The introduction to Job, written by Edward Greenstein, who just recently came out with his own translation of the work for Yale University Press, is 7 pages long and is an excellent summary of what you might find in the introduction of a scholarly commentary on the book. Moving on to the notes. These, too, are extensive. What does Isaiah 14 talk about when it refers to the Shining One, Son of Dawn, in verse 12? Benjamin Sommer, in his notes for the Jewish Study Bible, notes that the name Dawn is a son of the Canaanite god El. It is also reminiscent of the Greek character Phaethon, who was the son of Helios. In one version of his story, Phaethon is thrown down from the sky by Zeus. Whatever the case may be, the Shining One of Isaiah 14 tried to usurp the pantheon at which God was the head, and was cast down as a result. But as Sommer notes, this language is being applied to a very human king, perhaps Sargon II, when it was originally composed, but later in reference to a Babylonian king. The king's vain aspirations to god-like status are mocked, Sommer writes. Rounding out this impressive volume are nearly 40 articles covering topics like the Dead Sea Scrolls, daily life in biblical times, the scholarly contributions of Jewish women to the study of the Bible, textual criticism, and more. And if you're looking for a list of primary source translations for texts like the Septuagint, the Mishnah, or other related works, there is a comprehensive list found toward the end of the Study Bible. All in all, if you're interested in a Jewish understanding of a Jewish corpus, the Jewish Study Bible is the tool you need. That's all the time we've got this week. See you next time. And remember, in the words of Richard Elliott Friedman, one does not need to deny what is troubling about the Bible in order to pay respect to what is heartening. Thanks for listening.